On the evening of Saturday, May 20th, shortly before 10:45 p.m., a Payson police officer conducted a traffic stop on a white Ford pickup truck occupied by 3 male subjects for traveling at 70 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. This stop was conducted near milepost 255 on Highway 260. During his initial contact with the driver, the officer observed an open alcohol container inside of the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle was identified as 45-year-old James Gardiner of Louisiana. Mr. Gardiner, the officer who stopped him, and the 2 passengers in the vehicle had a cordial conversation.
How you doing, man? Sir? Hey, Officer from Payson Police Department. I'm stopping for 70 and a 55. Do you have a driver's license, registration, insurance card with you?
I'm going to have to call my dad to get the insurance information, so I'll email. Is that cool?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Any weapons or anything in here?
Oh, no, sir, no.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help them take this here because we're homeless and things like this.
Okay. That's good. You're good, man. 61-4905.
Other Payson police officers were working an interagency DUI task force detail funded by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. The officer who initially stopped the vehicle requested one of these officers to respond and conduct a DUI investigation of Mr. Gardiner based on his observations. Once the second officer arrived on scene, he was briefed by the initial officer on the reason for the traffic stop and what had been observed in the vehicle upon contact with the driver. The second officer then asked Mr. Gardiner to exit the vehicle. This was done so that the officer could safely conduct field sobriety tests and determine if Mr. Gardiner's ability to safely operate his vehicle was impaired by alcohol or any other substance. During the investigation, Mr. Gardiner admitted to consuming alcohol earlier in the day and to using recreational marijuana a few days prior. However, he denied using any prescribed or illegal drugs. The investigating officer then performed horizontal gaze nystagmus, which is often the first test administered in a DUI investigation, and he observed clues of impairment in Mr. Gardiner.
Hello, how are you?
Red station, I guess.
All right. So who's been drinking in the car? Just you? Have you been drinking at all? Nothing.
I'm just bringing them up the road because they said they can go to store.
Can I have you put the cigarette out? Can I have you just step out for real quick? Yes, I want to make sure you're good to go, and I'll get you on your way.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the insurance, though.
No worries on that. Go ahead, just set that phone on the driver's seat. All right, and then go ahead and put your cigarette out for me.
You need my insurance stuff, too?
Nope, don't worry about that. All right. All right, we'll walk back to the second car, all right? So no alcohol at all for you tonight?
No, I mean, I had to drink way earlier, a couple hours ago.
About what time was that?
3, 4, 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'm just letting these people out, dude.
Yeah, no worries. All right, what I want you to do, we'll step down here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'll have you face me this way just so we're not looking that way. Go ahead, turn your hat around backwards for me.
Okay.
What's your name?
James Wren Gardiner.
Okay. Go ahead, stand with your feet together, hands down by your sides. Face me. Face me. Turn all. Yep. All right. Do you have any head or eye conditions? No. All right. Any prescription medication usage?
No.
Any illegal drug usage?
No.
Any marijuana usage?
Recreational, yes.
All right. When's the last time you used marijuana?
Actually, I haven't smoked for a few days.
Few days? Okay. Are you wearing contacts?
No.
All right. Let's see. Can you see this green light?
Yes, sir.
What I want you to do is keep your head still, follow your eyes, and your eyes only with the green light, all right? Do you normally have 2 different pupil sizes?
I guess. I don't know.
Just keep it still for me. Oh, there we go. Now the left eye was just a little...
They better now?
Yep.
I do get a twitch on this side.
Okay, yeah, no, your left eye was just a little squinting a little bit. All right. Just keep your head still, follow that with your eyes and your eyes only, all right? Keep your head still for me, okay?
Oh, head still. Okay.
Yeah. Keep your head still, keep your body still, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, keep your head still. If it helps, put your hands like this. Just put your hands like that. Yep, just to help keep your head still, all right?
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're still moving your head a little bit.
Supposed to be watching that.
Yeah.
Trying to hypnotize me?
No, we're almost done. Almost done.
Yes, sir.
So how much did you have to drink earlier?
I just had a couple of drinks, dude. But it's hours ago, man. I told you 2 or 3, man. I mean, I went and ate, doing pizza. These people, like these people, they're homeless. I'm talking about. They're just trying to be nice, be a nice guy, dude. And fucking, they're going. She said they're going 70. I'm like, what? 70?
After HGN was completed, Mr. Gardiner walked to a flat surface on the roadway to start the next test. Before the investigating officer could give Mr. Gardiner further instructions, he suddenly began to stagger and then fell forward onto the asphalt, striking his face on the ground. The officer administering the field sobriety tests immediately requested medical assistance for the driver and made sure that he was placed in the recovery position. The second officer on scene, the one who'd initially made the traffic stop, also immediately assisted with rendering aid to Mr. Gardiner. Officers attempted sternal rubs to see if he would regain consciousness and ensured that he had a pulse.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you said you had pizza?
Yeah, we had pizza at the right across over by Bashers. $27 one, yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. I'd like to run you through a couple more tests. Do you have any condition that would prevent you from walking, turning, or balancing on one leg?
Shouldn't.
No, shouldn't.
Outside the mountain out here.
Yeah, we'll go up here, though, okay? I'm going to have this car up.
Go ahead.
Just wait right here for me, all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You all right? Up. Go ahead, roll medical. Someone's all passed out.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Turn over.
Let's go to this. Go to clear the hand over.
Back this car.
Go ahead.
Can you unlock your car, please? I got it. Go ahead, roll medical. 61, roll medical, QRC, and
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
When the sternal rubs were unsuccessful, the investigating officer obtained his medical kit from his patrol vehicle. Being concerned that Mr. Gardiner may have been suffering from some type of drug overdose, the officer administered Narcan to him. Narcan is a medication designed to help reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. All Payson police officers are trained in the administration of Narcan, and in accordance with best practices, officers will administer Narcan anytime that they suspect an opioid overdose. The Narcan did not appear to have any immediate effect, so officers made sure that Mr. Gardiner remained in the recovery position while awaiting the arrival of medical personnel. And they continued to monitor his pulse and his breathing.
So if you can let fire now, he's bleeding from his nose. He hit his head pretty good. He's still on.
Got a pulse?
Yeah, he was smart for a second. So. Yep.
Do you hear me, James? He smacked the ground once.
Yeah.
Also urinated.
Yeah, his tooth was a little small, but
Guy in the back.
he what?
He has
Yeah. I'll push Narcan just in case.
Yeah. Keep your eyes on those two in the truck.
Hey, you alright?
One in the bed, one in the cab. I'm just gonna have them step out.
While the first two officers were attending to Mr. Gardiner, and after the fire department arrived on scene to take over his medical treatment, additional officers spoke with the passengers of the pickup truck, trying to obtain information about Mr. Gardiner, any medical conditions he may have, and anything he may have consumed. Officers told the two passengers that they were not concerned with the criminal investigation, but needed the information to help save Mr. Gardiner's life. The passengers provided information about the driver's prior drug use, but denied any knowledge of drug use that evening.
Hey man, so you're, what's his name? Yeah, driver. James. So James just totally passed out, like 100% full on, just fell over. You guys aren't in any trouble, but just because we're going to be dealing with that for a minute, would you mind just stepping out for a second? Hello sir, I'm not sure if you heard me. Did you hear what I was saying? Yeah, so James just totally passed out, like
Just now?
totally fell over. So you guys aren't in any trouble, but we are going to be dealing with that for a second. So would you mind stepping? I guess they were just talking, and then all of a sudden just full on fell over. So has he been using tonight?
No.
Guys, let me tell you, at this point, it's not a matter of police, it's a matter of his medical well-being and life, right?
Yeah.
So if he has been using, it's good for us to know so that they can take care of it.
Yeah.
I know you guys, I know you have used in the past. Like I said, this is not a police-related thing, this is his life we're talking about. So if he's been using, or if you guys have been using tonight, now is the time to let us know.
If he did or not.
You don't know? What's his drug of choice? Is it fentanyl?
Long time ago, yeah.
Long time ago? What has he been using recently? Yeah, and again, guys, I need to know for his... You know,
I don't know.
you're not sure?
No.
Okay. Is it M30s, the blues? Not sure?
Not sure.
Okay.
Once medical personnel arrived on scene, they began to tend to Mr. Gardiner. A short time later, Mr. Gardiner stopped breathing. Officers and emergency medical personnel conducted CPR on scene, and Mr. Gardiner was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased.